In this lesson, the goal is to make connections between solving same-speed problems with division and multiplication and solving them with diagrams. But first, Kate and Christopher make sense of a situation in which the blue car travels 10 miles in 4 minutes and the red car travels 200 miles. They use multiplication and division to find how long the red car should take so that the two cars go the same speed. Then, they work hard to try to figure out what each number in their solution method means in the racing situation.
In this lesson, we are going to solve the following problem. You're going to use your diagram and thinking to solve several problems to make the red car travel at the same speed as the blue car. But first, we're going to talk about a particular problem. And today, you don't have the applet to work with.
But what applet? Oh, the GeoGebra.
Exactly. So here's the problem. The blue car is traveling 10 miles in 4 minutes. How long will it take the red car to travel 200 miles so that the two cars travel at the same speed?
So I'm thinking that if we do 200 divided by 10, I know what you did lastly, you did the red car. Instead we do that. Okay, so divided by 10 equals 20. And so it takes 4 minutes for the blue car, 10 minutes, 4 minutes. So we'd be dividing by, so basically we'd have to do 4 times 20 to get our answer.
Now, I need to ask you a question to clarify. The 10, what is 10 what?
10 miles.
And what's the 20?
220 miles.
Okay, what do you think about his thinking so far?
What about the 4?
The miles.
What about the 4?
Well, we only had to do 20 times 10 to get 200, so 4 times 20. So 4 times 20.
Why times?
Because we're not using 200. So 4 times 20 equals, 80.
80 what?
80 minutes. There we go.
What do you think about that answer, Kate?
Why does this say 20?
Because that's the 20. It just doesn't have. It doesn't need the miles.
How many groups of 10 miles in 4 minutes is in the 200 miles red car journey?
How many groups of 10 miles?
In 4 minutes is in the 200 mile journey.
Wait, how many groups of what?
How many groups of 10 miles in 4 minutes is in the 200 mile journey?
Well, the 200 means is basic to me is just 200 miles.
Okay.
And the 10 is just 10 miles. And there are 20 groups of 10 miles in 200, so we'd have to do the same thing to the 4. 2 times 4 is 8.
Okay.
In this episode, Kate and Christopher solved an important problem using division and multiplication. First, Christopher divided the 200 miles that the red car traveled by the 10 miles that the blue car traveled. 200 divided by 10 equals 20. Christopher explained this means that 20 times 10 is 200. Then, Christopher reasoned that because they multiplied the amount of distance the blue car traveled by 20, they also need to multiply the amount of time that the blue car took by 20. 4 times 20 equals 80. So their answer is that the red car needs to take 80 minutes to travel 200 miles so that the red car goes at the same speed as the blue car, which travels 10 miles in 4 minutes. Kate and Christopher struggled to find what each number in their solution means in the racing context. Eventually, they figured out that 200 and 10 are both numbers of miles, and the 20 is the number of groups. That means there are 20 groups of 10 miles in 200 miles. In the next episode, Kate and Christopher will draw a diagram of this problem and look for 20 groups of something in their diagram. This will help them know what each number means in their statement 4 times 20 equals 80, and it will help them solve future problems.